Hey, thanks for that. I'm going to start over. I had the wrong microphone on. You are fantastic. Thank you very much for pointing that out to me. Okay, so here we go. You should be able to hear now. So, what I was saying, and I was on a roll too, man. I apologize for the technical stuff there. What I was saying was there's a friend of mine. We've been friends since the '90s, and she recently has asked me for some help. And Carla, can you still not hear me? Let's take a look. Check 1, 2. Let's see. If you can hear me, can you just give me a GTG in the chat? That means good to go. That means you can hear me. You guys are all my tech support people. This is great. So I'm looking for a GTG in the chat if you can hear me. Yes, thank you, Carla. Wonderful. Okay, so awesome, thank you. All right, so a friend of mine since the '90s, a longtime friend, has in the last few months has reached out and asked for some of my professional help, and I'm always grateful when that happens. And so she's been getting amazing results, like life-changing results, and we're in the business of dealing hope and transforming lives. And so she's spot on with that. The problem is she's surrounded by a bunch of naysayers who don't value her, who don't take her seriously, and who think they know what's better for her, even though everything they were telling her to do was grabbing and destroying her life. But it's the crab in the bucket scenario. And when you surround yourself with people who just want you to stay close to them and you start growing, those crabs will pull you right back into the bucket. So I'm going to share with you what I deal with myself and what I share with my kids. There are two groups of people who do not have the right to be in your life. They don't have any right to have any say in your life. They don't have any right to have any power over you. And those people are one group are people who behave in a way that when you're in their presence, you feel the need to puff up so you can fit in. Now, this can be subtle and it can be huge either way, but you feel the need to maybe brag or embellish or level up with those people. Well, if that's the case, ask yourself who your audience is. Are you seeking validation and approval from people that really don't have that role in your life? Or are they behaving in such a way that you feel they don't value and honor you exactly the way you are? We need Mr. Rogers in our life, the people who love us just the way we are. We don't have to behave a certain way or talk a certain way or look a certain way or dress a certain way. We are just loved and accepted and approved of exactly the way God made us. And wherever we are, whether it's a good day or a bad day, the people that behave in a way where we feel like we have to puff up or swell or level up, those people don't deserve a voice in your heart. The second group of people are people that belittle you or make you feel like you have to shrink in order to fit in. Those people who are jealous of you, those people who are covetous of what you have or who you are. And there are certain personality types that genuinely care how people feel in their presence. And if you're a type 2 Enneagram and you're surrounded by other people, you will naturally find yourself acquiescing because you don't want people to feel that dichotomy. When I was little, I had a learned behavior, and I had come in and I was telling my parents I had received this accomplishment. I had gotten the lead role in a play or something. It was something that I was really proud of. And I had told them that, and they were very excited for me. But then somebody else followed my situation up with bad news of their own, a bad choice they had made, and there would be some consequences. And the situation was I watched my parents just deflate. And I learned, subconsciously, I learned Don't ever do that to them again. Don't ever give them that big of a place to crash. Carla mentions the tall poppy syndrome. That's true. The tallest poppy will start to bend. I believe that's what you're referring to. Will start to bend so that it fits in with the rest of the poppies. But if God wanted you to be the same as everybody else, he would have just created a bunch of the same people. So I want to encourage you today. First of all, the only approval you need is God's and yourself. That's the only approval you need. If you can get it, that's great. If other people love you enough to encourage and support you, wonderful. You are extremely blessed. But we cannot, under any circumstances, live our life for the approval of others, because we'll never get it and we'll never be our authentic self. I've heard the quote said, "Be who God created you to be and you'll set the world on fire." I believe that to be true. And my challenge to you today is love yourself exactly the way God made you, accept the changes he's trying to make, and surround yourself with people who are loving and encouraging and supporting you, who are giving you those attaboys, who are high-fiving you, telling you to keep going, and who are encouraging you to get to your mountaintop after mountaintop after mountaintop. The rest of the people you can love from a distance, but they don't get a voice in your head or your heart. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Dr. Lazar. I'll be back tomorrow for another Daily Dose. I hope today